you like I need a gaping head wound.
Honey, I know you float right past.
I don't wanna talk right now. I just wanna watch.
I love you. You may as well take my heart, Catherine. It's already full of you.
You turn me inside out and then you walk the outside in. You spin me all around, then you ask me not to.
There's really no way of winning if in their eyes you'll always be a dumb love.
Which one of you motherfuckers snitched on me to my mom?
So no, he didn't give me flowers or candy. He gave me the moon and the stars.
I'm really on the ropes this time. I've been fighting all my life for you.
It's not that I'm not listening. Sometimes sentences sound like the first time around.
Don't laugh. You can't laugh.
You call me on the telephone, you feel so far away. You tell me to come over, there's some games you wanna play. I'm walking to your house, nobody's home. Just me and you and you and me alone.
You know what's worse than feeling numb? Feeling like you're drowning. Like no matter what you do, you can't keep your head above the water.
Tracy, you gotta talk to me.
Dad, do you even remember what the last thing we did together was?
My best friend Michael, his dad was a big drinker, so he hated all that stuff. Parties too.
Where is Michael tonight?
Oh, he shot himself last May.
Nothing hurts more than your best friend leaving you for someone else. When they suddenly stop talking to you, never hanging out with you anymore, always with that one person. It hurts more than you think because you think it's something you did. They just stopped talking to you. They didn't even give you a reason why. It's like they left you stranded in the dust.
I'd be there waiting. So every time a boy made you cry, you could come back home.
You'll always be a dumb love.
My best friend Michael, his dad was a big drinker, so he hated all that stuff. Parties too.
Where is Michael tonight?
Oh, he shot himself last May.
After you vent to someone, have you ever sat back and thought, I should have just kept that to myself?
Spin the bottle. Fuck the fucking bottle.
You always let your emotions get in the way. That's the problem with you, Lorelai. You don't think.
And I pour out the bottle, sip it by the paint, pray to God, cause I know that this
and drink into me. And I come from the bottom, I can't really vent about my problem, cause ain't no way that you can solve.
What's the difference between venting and emotional dumping? Venting is a way for you to express frustration or other negative feelings about a certain situation with the consent of the listener. It keeps the limitations of the listener in mind, and it can be a pretty healthy way to open up conversations about accountability and solutions moving forward. Emotional dumping can be pretty overwhelming for the listener because it's about a ton of different issues all at once. It usually doesn't take into account the listener's capacity to listen as well as their boundaries. And it's usually not about solutions or taking accountability, it's just dumping. It's okay to not be okay with being emotionally dumped on. Saying things like, I can't be present for you right now is a totally valid boundary to hold.
Does everyone know that behind those closed doors is just a young girl that wants to be loved and have a happy, normal life? But instead, before her showers, she sits down with a razor and starts cutting herself until there's blood rushing down. She tells people that she's getting clean, but they would never know what she is actually going through. Her family and friends worry deeply about her mental health, but they wouldn't understand why she begs not to go to school or why she loves hugs. She has been clean for more than a week now, but is really struggling because of everything that is going on surrounding her. She is giving out hints to her friends by posting relatable videos on her story. But even though her loving friends reply back saying that they are always there for her and that she is always welcome to vent, that's just not enough for her to come through her fears. I'm sorry for everything, that I'm sure I hurt you, that I let myself get carried away by my own thoughts. It was foolish of me. I'll never really know for sure what you felt for me. I guess it's probably for the best. All I know is that I don't regret meeting you, not one bit. I just want you to be happy, with or without me.
Six signs your parents are emotionally abusive. Number 1, if you are not exactly who they expect you to be.
Mommy, are you ignoring me?
Do you want to know if you had emotionally abusive parents even though your parents were awesome? Well, this one's for you, put a finger down edition. This time we're gonna base it off of your parents' behavior.
I am so angry with you right now. I cannot believe that you did that. You know what? You go to your room.
It really hurts when you ignore me. Is there any way you could just talk to me? I'm really sorry for what I did.
No, my parents
do it again.
when I was a kid. I'm not really traumatized.
Okay, here's what I'm learning. When I do something that you don't approve of, or that upsets you in some way, you ignore my very existence, and my entire safe connection with you is lost.
Stop whatever this is. I don't like it.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry.
Apologize. That's just sad. Fight back at us.
What's the point? The joke's always on me, alright? I get it.
How bad can I be? How bad could I possibly be? Let's see.
You know what? Forget I said anything.
Emotionally.
Sitting alone. I hope we're still friends. Yeah, I hope you don't mind. Sitting alone.
I want a better body. I want better skin.
Interlinked. Do you long for having your heart interlinked? Interlinked.
Women complain all the time. All they complain about is how they feel and what's on their mind and their emotions and how things affect them and how they're so stressed out about this and how they can't figure out that. You hear women complain all the time. But are they complaining, or are they looking for a healthy space to vent? Are they complaining, or are they looking for an emotional connection? Are they complaining, or are they looking for validation and reassurance from their partner? Because to an individual who's used to dealing with their problems, their feelings, and their emotions by themselves, they can't understand or fathom the reason why someone else will want to verbalize their problems, feelings, and emotions. So to the individuals who typically deal with these things by themselves, it sounds like the other person is nagging, because if I can figure this shit out by myself, you should be able to figure this shit out by yourself. And for that reason, it sounds like you are complaining an awful lot about things you can control. But to an individual who has emotional intelligence, they would understand that this individual trusts them and loves them and cares for them and wants to build that emotional connection and bridge to say, hey, these are the things I would like to talk about because this is how they're affecting me, and I trust you and I want to be here in this moment with you, so that way we can work through these things together because I need you. So is she complaining, or is she just wanting to vent?
God, why are we still talking about this? I mean, really? Christ!
She was the happy friend, the funny girl who was always laughing and putting smiles on people's faces. She seemed like she had the perfect life, but she didn't. She never wanted people to be worried about her, so she put on a fake smile and pretended like everything was okay. In reality, she was drained. She would come home and cry until she couldn't feel anything anymore. She wondered what would happen if she could just disappear. It would make everything so much easier.
This man, he's a Russian mystic, whatever you want to call him, Gurdjieff. And one thing he taught his students was to not vent your unpleasant emotions. So he had this exercise called self-observation, where you're to go observe yourself in the most deepest way, not just your thoughts, but about your body and how your body and your mind interact in this insane continual blend. There's no separation. So one kind of thought will affect your body, but a feeling in your gut will affect your thinking. And he said you will discover in observing yourself that most of your thoughts revolve around unpleasant emotions. So most of it is dealing with frustration, resentment, anger, bitterness. And he said, look at those emotions, see them, do not judge them, do not say they're bad or good or whatever, and don't ever talk about them. Don't vent them to people. You can look at them, but don't talk about them. And the people who experience it go, whoa, by not talking about them, they start to go away.
It was great, and now it's fun! Everything is fun!
And then over time, that's all I wanted. Those 2 seconds of nothingness.